have to change your attitude. I'm sure you have heard people saying this. I've heard it more than enough and I could not really agree with this. Attitude is just attitude. That doesn't bring me money. But we all know, like those people say, we can't control what happens to us, but we can try to control how we think towards it. We can decide how we are going to react. And that is what those people are insisting. And it sounds cheesy. At least, I thought that. One day I realized on something. These are some people that I follow on social media that was showing how your attitude actually can change your life. There is one person who had to move from country to country because of her husband's job. And whenever and wherever she moves to a different place, she always complains. She had to move to Germany about 4 years ago. She seemed happy at first, but she started complaining about things almost immediately. It was pandemic time, so she was suffering about this and that, including not being able to travel to different countries in Europe. She was complaining about their government system, how inconvenient everything was, and so on. She stayed in Germany for several years, just almost complaining. Recently, she got to move to the US with her husband. She sounded like she was really sick of Germany and so happy to move to the US. But shortly after, like almost as soon as she got out of Germany, she started complaining about living in the US. It looked like she completely forgot that she was happy to move. She kept saying, at least Germany was this, Germany was that, but here in the US, the situation is just all horrible. It seems like that all she does is to complain. There is another person who is like that. This person was living in some country also because of her husband and moved to Japan also about 4 years ago. She had more than enough of complaints about her situation back there, so she was super happy that she got to move to Japan, which is really close to Korea, and she is Korean, so her family is in Korea. But shortly after she moved to Japan, she also complained about this and that. She did have some horrible situations, but it seemed like only thing she wanted to do was complaining. Several years later, she recently moved to Hawaii. She was full of happiness, but that died almost immediately. She started complaining about living in Hawaii, and I kinda stopped following her on my feed because it's kinda exhausting to read complaints all the time. But there is also this person who is also Korean, and she lived in the US, then Korea, then Japan, also because of her husband's work situation. But this person seems to always enjoy wherever she lives. Given to very similar situations and conditions, but she seems to live a happy life, enjoying the moments that she's in. Maybe she posts only about good things on her social media? Maybe you could think that. But she posts almost every single day, and even when she posts about some problems she has, she tends to be laughing about it and tries to move on. Of course, all the situations that different people face is different, never be exactly the same to other people. And we can't judge who is doing better and who is not, because we are not them living their lives. But we can kind of see how the attitudes could affect on our lives. Under the very similar conditions, you could live quite different lives depending on which attitude you choose to live with. Those three people's lives made me think about me and my life. Currently, for years, I have been living a quite frustrating life. It's closer to be not the best situation, could be sad situation with a dark and long tunnel that seems endless. But I have been trying to tell myself that living pessimistic and negative is only harmful for me. It's only damaging me. Who gave the hands to help me get up is myself. It's not easy, but it should be myself and it has to be myself. So ever since I've realized that who saves me has to be myself and attitude matters, there are some things that I have been trying to have some better attitude for my life. First, I try to feed myself well. It can be bothersome to cook from scratch, and I don't cook all the time, but I try to eat good food because junk food sometimes kinda makes me be in bad mood. What you eat can be what you are. And hopefully good food helps you be in good mood and have some positive perspective. Second thing I do is to keep telling myself that it will all be okay. No, actually, these days I try to say, it will all be great, not just okay. And trying to find some little things to be grateful for. Yes, it's cringy, but I'm getting better at it, and the more I try to do that, the more I feel better. The side effects about this is, though, that I sometimes feel scared to lose those things that I'm feeling grateful for. And I have been trying to work on that. Do you guys have any good ideas about this? Please let me know. The last thing that I started very recently is to say good morning to the world every single day. I've seen people doing this on another YouTube channel, and I thought that was kind of cute and realized that it would be actually a great idea to open a day. Just starting your day with some brightness no matter what. I will bring another episode about this in the future if I actually get some good effects from it. I just started this the other day and want to make it as my habit. In the past, I thought that being sarcastic is cool and being pessimistic can prepare for the future. But as going through some dark time over the years, I realized that those kind of attitudes can bring more negativity and more anxiety. And there was very little I could change about my life. Thinking positively and being grateful for the smallest things really felt cringy for me for a while, but I had no other choice. And as I kept trying, it kind of became strength for me. Like some little but mighty hug from myself. And I want to believe this will help me go through this hard time in my life. This change of my attitude is what I can control, what I can decide. There has been and will be hard times to keep myself having gratitude and positive thoughts, but I'll keep doing it. And I hope you guys also can think about it and help your life have some little rose-tinted glasses. I believe a little bit of that could improve your life. That's it for today. I hope you got some inspiration through this video. If you have some good time, please consider to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Hitting the notification button will help us hang out more easily. I appreciate you. See you in the next video.